Back Road Ministry, the world premiere, Mr. Moxie coming back at you live and direct from the new Kia Optima /K5 studio. So, been trying to do this piece on Barack Obama. Phone's been struggling, so hopefully we get it correct this time. And definitely want to discuss Barack Obama's comments that he made towards Black American men. So quickly, a couple of excerpts from this story is, of course, former President Barack Otago started campaigning again for Kamala Harris, and in a speech, Barack decides that he's going to lecture black men on the clear choice they should be making when they go out and vote for President of the United States. So it's not an opinionated thing, because, you know, he goes on the attack that the brothers aren't showing the energy that they showed from him. You know, the brothers aren't coming out and voting enthusiastically for the Democratic Party. And our answer to Barack Otago was, Barack, go to hell. Because the days of Chicken George and the fiddler vote black mentality are over. This is a new generation. These young men and women, and especially young men, are not stupid. They are very educated. They are highly educated. They are highly informed. And they're not just going to waste their vote anymore, Barack Otago. There's no pride anymore in saying we got the first black something, the Jackie Robinson mentality, the 42 mentality, as I like to say, because there are people in this world who still feel that you should be applauding like a seal for the first something. Those days are over. Those days are over. We don't need another Jackie Robinson. We don't need another Jackie Robinson. And if you are going to be placed in that position, we would like it to be, for the first time, to be truly a black American. Truly a black American. And Kamala is not a black American. She is an Indian American. That's who she is. And she comes from a community of people who do not claim to be black, disrespect black people, treat black people highly racist, and turn their nose up at any opportunity they get. But when it suits them, then they're people of color. So here's Kamala, now I'm black and I need your support, but even in that, she's giving nothing tangible to anybody. Remember, this is the young lady who said, well, I'm just not going to do something just for black people. And then she comes out with her black man agenda, where I'm going to do all this $20,000 crap for businesses, when, you know, there's most black men I know, a lot of my friends, they got their own thing going. They don't need Kamala stanking $20,000 to create a business, and you really don't need anything to create a business, just an idea. But she tries to sell that to black men and then say, well, I'm going to open this door for this $20,000 tax deduction, and it's going to be open for everybody. Because once again, they feel they just can't do anything just for black Americans, just for black people. Yet they have countless bills that just focus on certain groups, be it the Hispanics, be it LGBTQ, be it the Asians. Remember the Asian hate crime bill? But they just can't focus one bill on black people. And that's the Democratic Party in a nutshell, and the Republican Party too. But one thing you can say about the shady Republican Party is they will do just enough. Remember the HBCU funding bill? Remember Trump signed that. Biden didn't sign that, but you seen Biden all on TV jumping up and down talking about how he signed that HBCU bill. That's a damn lie. He's just finished what Trump had already started. He's a liar. Barack Obama, did you see him in there with the presidents from those HBCUs when a lot of them were failing? Did you see him opening up the checkbook? Hell no. But he gave some to the LGBTQ community, didn't he? So they don't want to do anything just for black folk, but they always expect, the Democratic Party always expects you to vote for them. They never feel like they have to work for the vote. The Republican Party always feels they must work for the vote. They have to earn it. Not the Democrats. They think, nigga, you supposed to be voting for us because we've done so much for you. Last key bills we signed for your black ass was 1964 and 1965. But here comes Barack Otaco, denigrating black men. And then he has the audacity to say, well, we just won't vote for Kamala because she's a woman. On the street, we wouldn't vote for Kamala because she's a damn dimwit. She's not intelligent. She's not articulate. She sounds like a dimwit. Obama says, well, she shares your experience. What experience is that? Because every time she talks, I come from a middle class family. Well, I come from the hood where there's a lot of poor people. What about them? Kamala, can you relate to these poor folks? I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been middle class and poor. I know how both experiences feel. I know how it feels to have stuff. I know how it feels how not to have hot water, how not to have heat. I know those experiences. Does Kamala know those experiences, Barack Otaco? It's always middle class. What about the poor? Shit, what about the rich? What about those black American men who now have gained something? They're concerned about taxes. How are you going to help them? She shares your experience. She knows your struggle. No, she doesn't. She's from a caste system family. Light-skinned Indian versus dark-skinned Indian. That's what she knows. And she can't even claim who she is. So how does she share my experience? I'm always going to claim that I'm a black man. I'm never going to hide and have secrets and all this other stuff about who I am. I'm going to keep it real in the field. She can't do that. And she hasn't. And one thing about black people is you have to keep it real with us, because the minute that we know you full of shit, we're not going to mess with you. And that's what happened to Kamala. That's what happened to Kamala. She's full of it. She says the same things over and over again. And it's so bad that Barack can't even defend the dumbass policies she got because they sound stupid to him. So if something sounds stupid to you, why would you think that people are stupid enough to vote for this person? And it goes back to what I always talk about, the Voters' Rights Act. The right to vote. And the disrespect that we have of each other in this nation, white people and black people, Hispanic folks, LGBTQ, I'm throwing us all in. How we disrespect the right to vote, because the right to vote, when you go in that booth, means you vote for whoever the fuck you want to, and no one controls that right. I can offer suggestions and opinion, but you're going to make the choice. And we don't respect these other choices. We attack a person because who they chose to vote for. It's their business. And yes, in this election, black folks are going to vote for Trump. A lot of black folk like Trump. You keep it real with them. They like that. They like him being an asshole. They like how he makes jokes about stuff. Only thing Trump do is say what you really want to say. You just too scared to say it. That's all. That's all. He's the guy who says what you really want to say, but you're too scared to say it. I don't support either candidate because I don't support $38 billion going to Israel over the next 10 years. And both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are on board with genocide and killing of women and children from the Israeli state. So I'm not voting for either one of these buffoons, because both of them are birds of the feather. If you choose to be a part of the voting process, you have the right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. Fuck Barack Obama. He didn't do shit for you anyway. What did he do? What did he do? Where's his pro-blackness? Where was his pro-blackness during the Ferguson situation when that shit got out of control? Where was his pro-blackness with Freddie Gray when Baltimore was out of control and them police were down there acting a fool and he called all the folks that was tired of it thugs? when these police officers was rolling up on people, taking their identification and kicking their doors in and shit, and those folks ain't did nothing, robbing them. They were thugs. Remember Barack Obama called those folks thugs for standing up? Because they weren't being good darkies. They weren't being good darkies. Barack Obama is not like you. His cousin is Dick Cheney for a reason. He is deep into the royal bloodline. Thanks to his grandfather, Stanley Dunham. We're still going to do our piece on Frank Marshall Davis, the shady one, Stanley Dunham's buddy. These were words out of Barack's mouth from his book. That his grandfather knew Frank Marshall Davis. They grew up together, according to Barack Obama. There's a reason why Frank Marshall Davis had to be buried, because there's some shady shit that we're going to uncover and talk about just on basic, this is how it look investigation. You ain't even got to dig too deep to find out how shady the hole is with Barack Obama and Frank Marshall Davis. And Barack's mother, who was the ping pong ball, it seems, in the middle of all this shady relationship with Frank Marshall Davis and Stanley Dunham. Black when it suits them. The audacity to get on TV, corporation news, and talk to black men like we Chicken George and Fiddler. The brothers. Man, fuck you. You ain't nobody's brother. You's a piece of shit. The minute that young man, because he makes that pick at the FBAs, yeah, because some of them talking about sitting on the couch. Yeah, because they're not getting anything, so they're not going to waste their vote. That's a pick at FBAs. Then he calls FBAs pookie. He tried to do it real slick. Call FBAs pookies. We're pookies now because we don't want to fuck with either one of these buffoons. They sitting it out. They talking about they're going to say there's so much rise. Ain't no shit ride on this for us. What the fuck are we getting? What the fuck do is ride for us for? Fuck, I give a fuck. I ain't getting shit out of the deal. You don't give a fuck about anything that is tangible for black Americans. So fuck you. Just riding on it. The end of the Democratic Party, that shit should have ended a long time ago. It's one of the most racist parties in fucking America. It is the party of the Ku Klux Klan. How quickly black people forget. They got artwork that I saw in Tuskegee University. Would you marry your daughter to this, with a Caucasian woman and a black man in blackface going down the aisle, and the Caucasian woman has a sign on her neck, Democrat. Would you marry your daughter to this? One of the most racist parties in America. Chicago, racist ass city, is a Democratic city. New York, racist ass city, is a Democratic city. LA, where they used to beat the shit out of the people, the police, Democratic city. So how dare these racist ass Democrats try to belittle black people when they've been shitting on them for decades? So fuck you, Barack Obama. You ain't no better than just Jackie fucking Robinson when he attacked Muhammad Ali for not going over there to Vietnam. There's another first nigga. I went to World War II. I was a good boy. See, they let me play the baseball, and see, I opened the door. It was a nigga playing baseball before you, Jackie. Shut up. And the minute Muhammad Ali stood up, Jackie Robinson turned on Muhammad Ali and showed that he was a good American darky. See, they need American darkies. They need them. They need the Kamala Harris and the fake-ass Indians. They need the Barack Taco Obamas. They need these folks. Problem is, ain't nobody giving a fuck about them right now. Ain't nobody caring about them. Nobody has the right to tell anyone who to vote for. It's called the right to vote. And if Martin Luther King was alive today, he would rip Barack Obama a new fucking asshole for even having the audacity to tell people they don't have the right to vote for who the fuck they want to. Mr. Mockey, Back Road Ministry. We ain't done with Barack. We ain't done.